Este video es de los direct object nouns and pronouns, okay? Objetos de complemento directo, okay? Or in inglés also direct object pronouns, okay? Direct object pronouns. All right, so when you write sentences or when you speak, you know, in your sentences, you're going to have objects, okay? Por ejemplo, okay, most likely you're going to have objects, right? So, por ejemplo, Gabriela tiene las llaves. So if you look at this sentence, you have a subject, you have a verb, but you also have an object. Okay, what is the object of the sentence? Llaves. Okay, yeah, the keys, right? Llaves, that will be the object. But, you know, when we know that we're talking about this element, we can substitute it with pronouns. Yeah, so the same idea, like for instance, if I were to use Gabriela, we use that subject, but instead of Gabriela, I can use the word ella, which is a pronoun, right? The pronoun is a word that substitutes the noun, right? Yeah. So in this case, the pronouns, the nouns that we're going to be substituting is the objects of the sentence. Okay. Yeah. Now the book shows you different direct object pronouns, but we're going to simplify it by saying that there's only these four. Okay. Yeah. So if the object is masculino and singular, we're going to use the word lo. Okay, that is the only one that is different. The rest are going to look very similar to the articles. Okay? Yes? So instead of el, it's not going to be el, but it's going to be lo. Okay? This in English is going to be it, and this in English is going to be them. The thing is that in English you say, for instance, do you have a book? Yes, I have it. Do you have a computer? Yes, I have it. Do you have the books? Yes, I have them. Do you have the computers? Yes, I have them. Right? So you use the same word for masculino or femenino. In Espanol, we have to look at the gender, and based on that, we use lo or la, or los or las, depending on the number in this case. Okay? So let's transform this sentence. Let's make that sentence look like this. So instead of saying Gabriela tiene las llaves, Gabriela tiene las llaves, so llaves is going to be the object, right? And if we put the object here, we know that the word that is going to substitute llaves is going to be las. Now let's look at the order of this word. Gabriela las tiene. Gabriela tiene las llaves, Gabriela las tiene. If you notice, in English, this word las goes at the end. Gabriela has them. But in Espanol, this word, this direct object pronoun, goes before the verb. Okay? So be careful with that. See? Gabriela las tiene. ¿Tiene las? No. Gabriela las tiene. Okay? Now, that happens when this verb is conjugated. Yeah? How about if you have a sentence that has some kind of, another kind of construction, right? Let's say that Gabriela necesita escribir una carta. Let's say Gabriela needs to write a letter, right? Gabriela necesita escribir una carta. Okay? So now the object is going to be carta, and we can substitute it with the word la. Yeah? And in this case, we can say Gabriela Gabriela la necesita escribir. Gabriela la necesita escribir. Again, you don't repeat the word carta anymore because now la is being used for the word carta. We both know that la means carta. Okay? Yeah? Now we can see these object pronouns as, ways to speak less also. Gabriela necesita escribir una carta, perhaps it's a lot to say, so Gabriela necesita escribir, it's a little bit less. One less word that we need to say, right? Yeah? Okay, la necesita escribir. Now, since this construction has an infinitive, I can also say it in another way. Gabriela necesita escribir la. Okay? Yeah? Now, if you notice, this word still goes before the conjugated verb. Okay? But when you have a verb a construction that has an infinitive, like necesita escribir, needs to write, yeah, we can attach that word to the infinitive, okay, to the verb that is an infinitive, okay, never to the verb that is conjugated. Necesita la escribir, no. Necesita escribirla, okay, yeah, so that's one case. And when we speak Espanol, we tend to use this more often because, as you can see, Gabriela necesita escribir una carta, or Gabriela necesita escribirla. In 3 words, I'm saying the same as I'm saying here, more words. Ways to speak less. That's why we use pronouns. Okay? All right. So another case is going to be like this. Gabriela está escribiendo una carta. Gabriela está escribiendo una carta. Again, this is the word that we're going to substitute. So Gabriela la está escribiendo. But similarly to this one, when you have an infinitive, and we can attach it to that, in this case we have a participle, okay, present participle. So we can attach that word to the present participle. So we're going to say Gabriela está escribiéndola. And we need an accent mark on that one. Okay? But don't worry about the accent mark. You don't need to know why the accent mark is there. As a matter of fact, I put it like very big. Don't worry about it. Okay? I just need you to be able to identify that this word, you put it next to the present participle. Gabriela está escribiéndola. Okay? Yep. All right. Por ejemplo, Tony está mirando el partido. Partido means game. Okay? So we can say Tony lo está mirando. We don't use the word partido anymore because lo has the word partido. Or we can say Tony está mirándolo. Okay? And we put an accent mark on that one. Okay? Yep. And again, most likely when we speak, we're gonna tend to use this one because we want to say less things. It's easy to say 3 words that refer to the same as many words, okay? Yeah? Let me give you another example, okay? Ellos van a ver una película. Movie, right? Ellos van a ver una película. Okay, what I want you to do is to pause the video and then try to do the two cases, okay? Work on the two cases. How do you say it using the direct object pronoun in this case? Okay? Pause the video. All right, now that you're back, okay? So let's do it. Ellos van a ver una película. This is the object, going to be la. So the first option is going to be ellos la van a ver. Second option is going to be ellos van a verla. Okay? Next to the infinitives is where you put that. Okay? Now, I said first option, second option, but it doesn't matter. Okay? This could be first, this could be second. You know, it doesn't matter the order. The order doesn't matter. Okay? Here. All right? Is the usage. How do you feel more comfortable using this one or that one when you speak? Okay? And it can be intertwined. You can use them anytime. Yes? All right? So these are direct object pronouns. Okay? Just make sure that, you know, you look at the object, right? Ellos van a ver unas películas. Changes everything here, right? Ellos van, well, the object pronoun, right? Ellos las van a ver, o ellos van a verlas, right? So be careful about those specific, you know, number and gender agreements, right? Tony está mirando los partidos. Los está mirando, o Tony está mirándolos. Mirándolos, right? So that part needs to agree, all right? Yes. So just make sure that you're able to identify these problems on the test. All right? Cool. Let me know if you have any questions, okay? Ciao, ciao.